this is SOUQ business landscape.
In a strategic push for defense autonomy and industrial revival, Nigeria's Ministry of Steel and Steel Development and Ministry of Defense have signed a landmark memorandum of understanding for local production of military hardware at Ajaokuta Steel Company. Now, this agreement, sealed on November 10, 2025, by Steel Minister Prince Abubakar Audu and Minister of State for Defense Bello Mutawalli, signals a new phase in leveraging Ajaokuta's dormant capacity to manufacture armored vehicles, weapons, helmets, and security tools. This collaboration is expected to boost national security, reduce reliance on foreign suppliers, and of course stimulate economic activities in Nigeria's steel sector. Now, the ministers emphasized that reviving Ajaokuta for defense production aligns with President Tinubu's agenda of industrial growth and national self-reliance. A whole lot of these are some of the infrastructures that we've actually gone to borrow money from, and year in, year out, administration billions of dollars went into Ajaokuta Steel. Till now, it's nowhere to be found. And I know the Minister of Mines and the rest, they've come out with so many proposals of how to revive this Ajaokuta Steel Company, which should be generating so much into the Nigerian economy. Now, I'm glad that we are putting it into use, even though that's not what it's supposed to be, but at least we're trying to see how we can, just like you said, probably revive it and maintain it so that we can get some other things. So, and I'm glad that, we are producing armored vehicles, weapons, which would also enhance national security. The military can have military hardware. The police can have tools in order to combat crime. All in all, it's a win-win for Nigeria. Security would, which takes a chunk of this 2025 budget. Security took a whole lot of chunk. So I believe that this should be something that we should start seeing improvement. But the first question I would like to ask is, all in all, it has to do with, the word just skipped my mind. It has to do with how accountability, that's one of the major key problems we've had in, projects, certain projects. So how do you see this? Do you think that this will come into future in terms of accountability, transparency, and every other thing?
Well,
Less than a minute, please.
Okay. National security is not really the focus here. It's when you look at it, you see job creation has played a big role in this. Yes, we've signed a lot of MOUs with regards to issues regarding partnership and all of that, but execution is a problem. And if you're talking about the future use, how accountability and all of that, it goes back to the kind of the quality of people we bring on board, the quality of people that are the leaders in these institutions, these projects. So if we give the best hands a shot at driving us to the future, then of course accountability is not an issue, because from the very beginning, from the get-go, accountability is a question you ask and you test them to it, and they have back records to how accountable they are. Don't bring people from back room where you can't even say this is what this person has done, and what this person has done has driven the country economy into a very stable environment or progressive view of the nation. You bring people. Accountability starts from bringing in people of integrity into power, and then once you get that, everyone that follows them comes with integrity, basically.
All right, Priya, let me bring you in. I like to also reference India, what India is doing in terms of military hardware, nuclear weapons. India is actually doing a whole lot. They're producing locally, and they're also, planning to export outside. So do you see us, getting to this particular level? I know job creation is there, a revenue is there, and of course, national security will be upgraded. What's your thoughts in all this?
Well, it's a big, huge industrial shift where we are considering looking at Nigeria as going towards a position of national security and technological advancement, in the sense that if it is well carried out and executed, and if it is given all the required funds, and those funds are channeled in the direction for which the government had anticipated, what the government had envisaged as the purpose and the reason for reviving the Ajaokuta Steel, it will not only serve as a symbol of industrial rebirth in Nigeria, but it will position Nigeria as a regional defense manufacturer that will enhance economic diversification. It's also going to reduce forex, because most African countries, what we do is that we buy and we purchase most of our arms. Recently, I was listening to the chief of the new chief of naval staff, where he was being interrogated by the Senate before they were decorated by Mr. President. And someone asked about the Tucano fighter jets. And he said, yes, the Tucano fighter jets are there, but the bombs or the arsenal, that's a weapon that is shot from the Tucano fighter jet into the enemy space is $100,000 for one. And if the Nigerian military is going to be taking out these bandits, that means we are going to be looking at shooting $100,000. Fire $100,000. That is $100,000 in shot. Imagine if we are able to manufacture that as a country. Yes, if we are able to manufacture that as a country by ourselves. Imagine the forex relief, to reduce forex demands and the relief that it will bring to the coffers of the government.
All right, thank you very much, Onyepriye Kumale. Beautiful thoughts. Thank you very much for joining our SOUQ Business Landscape this morning. All right, from soaring debts and struggling safety nets to bold industrial revival and shaking stock markets, that reminds us that Nigeria's economy is a constant balancing act, between ambition and caution. And as the nation pushes for growth, the question remains, can reform actually keep pace with reality? This is where we leave it today on SOUQ Business Landscape. Join us next time on SOUQ Business Landscape for deeper insight into policies, markets, people shaping Africa's business future. I am Olumide Shokoya. Thanks for watching.